Everybody, happy Tuesday. It is the third Tuesday of the month, so our show today is called My Success. I'm Kim Martin, founder of I've Decided and host of your show today. I hope you guys are enjoying the beautiful sunshine outside. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I am here with the awesome John Abraham from Caliber Home Loans. Hey, John.
Hi. Nice to be here.
Nice to see you. And, of course, Becky Wood. Hey, Becky.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Hey, some of you guys probably heard the radio show on Sunday morning, and you might know what we're going to be talking about today. But if you didn't, you are in for a surprise. So I was thinking as the show started, I'm like, ooh, so our show is called My Success. And I thought, John, what better person to have on the show than you guys? Because, John, you're like what I said, ranked in the top 100 mortgage brokers in the country. In the country, not, in Illinois or anything, like in the whole country, but it's 111.
111.
You let me down,
aiming
John.
for 100 next year.
Still phenomenal.
That
is still
not
phenomenal.
unbelievable?
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is phenomenal. And I think we've had this conversation lots before, John, and you've actually spoke at our conference about this. And really, you attribute a lot of your success to lifelong bodybuilding and taking care of yourself and healthy living. And I believe that wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then, of course, Becky. Becky's with us today because you might notice I said 55 and fabulous.
Yes.
Fabulous is an understatement.
Yes.
Obviously, your full-time job, you're an instructor at Bradley, you
I am.
teach leadership, and you also do personal coaching and things like that. But
Yeah.
you undertook an amazing challenge this past year to do a bodybuilding competition.
My first.
Your first.
My first. Yeah.
And you're going to be doing, John, you do this every year, the Heart of America Natural Classic Bodybuilding.
Right.
May 4th is happening this year. How many years have you been doing that?
Gosh, this is the 24th year for the show and my 15th year as the promoter.
Your 15th year as the promoter.
Right.
Your first year
My
to compete.
first year competing.
Okay. We tell the story here because it's
Okay.
just simply amazing.
So last year through Bradley, I was one of the facilitators for a seminar, and one of the participants there at the lunch breakout was taking a picture of her food. So I was talking with her, and I said, "What gives?" She said, "Look, I've never done anything like this. I'm getting ready to compete in my first competition for bodybuilding." And I thought, "Tell me more." Her name was Kayla, and as she was sharing about it, I was looking for something just to kick up a notch. I had started a journey of really trying to get as healthy as I could be, just from some past experiences, and I'll come back to that in a little bit. When we started that process, I was really intrigued by what she had done. Her journey just fascinated me. So the competition was a year ago. She told me about her trainer, and I went and met with him. His name is Mark from Training Domain. And she actually competed her first time out. She won. She won got a pro card.
Won everything.
She
Yeah.
won everything.
So she was actually in your competition
She was in my
last
competition
year.
last May, yes.
Oh, gosh, that's amazing.
Yes.
And looks phenomenal. Just really looked phenomenal. So I was so excited for her. Works at Caterpillar. She's an average person. And that's the beauty about this actually competition and what this sport is. These are average people. John's an average person. And to hear what he does in his profession and what he's doing nationally in his profession, but then what he does personally. I work alongside every morning at a gym with just average people. Kayla is an average person at Caterpillar who made a decision to compete and won. And that's the beauty of this.
Right.
So as I was working out in my own journey at the gym, my trainer, Mark, John presented new posters because the new competition for this May came out. And my trainer, Mark, came up and said, "What do you think?" And I looked at him and I said, "I think I want to do it." And he says, "I got to hear it." He said, "You've got to want it." And that resonated with me. And I said, "I want to do this." And that was the beginning. I want to do this. And that's what started the whole journey.
Oh my gosh. And what a journey. You're on the 7-month journey, right?
Yeah.
The whole training plan is like a 7-month journey.
For me.
It's actually happening on Saturday, May 4th.
Right.
I can't wait. I'm so excited I get to go there because
Right.
as a sponsor, I get a few tickets.
Absolutely.
And so now I have even better reason to go because I want to see Becky to see this thing through. I'm just so in awe. Now, okay, I know some of you guys are watching going, Kim, don't think we're going to be doing bodybuilding competitions. Right. Yeah. And, I don't know it's necessarily something that I would ever do. But the reason I get so excited when I hear stories like this is it's success.
Yeah.
It's victory, which we talked a lot. Our weekly winning word is victory.
Yeah.
And if you are part of our community and follow our community, every week we send out a weekly winning resource, and it includes a weekly winning word and challenge. And so we kind of focus on that word in our little success planner and journal.
Awesome. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
And the definition is it's a success in a struggle, war,
Wow.
or competition.
Well, this is it.
I don't know. All of a sudden, war jumped out at me today because to be victorious, you do have to kind of you were sharing with us right before this show started, Becky, that you had a meltdown this morning.
I did.
So,
absolutely did.
Would you be willing to?
Oh, of course I would.
I mean, because it is hard. It's not, you're fabulous in doing this, but it's not all fun and games here.
It's not. So kind of let me give you a little bit of a background, which John can obviously, because he's done this so much. One of the elements is I really want to be as healthy as I can be. And that's part of what this process is so amazing for me. I am at a gym 6 days a week. My whole eating has changed. And part of that is I eat 5 different times a day. I eat all fish. Right now I'm eating all greens. John's smiling because he knows this.
Yeah. All fish and greens.
And egg whites. So I kind of hit a plateau because I'm in what's called the cutting phase, which is, you have to lose as much weight as you can because I've not been doing this for many years where I have great muscle development. But I want to be as defined as I can be. So the last couple of days of the weekend, I had a great nephew who had a birthday, so I had 2 taco chips and salsa, a little cheat. I went to lunch with my daughter.
Now everybody wants to punch you, Becky.
I know.
You just went from fabulous in their minds to 2 taco chips.
But everything counts.
No, I know. You're
everything
in the trim down phase right now.
Right. I had 3 slices of avocados, and that's the fat part. And again, John's smiling. And then I went and I had an extra pouch of tuna, which adds more. So it's all of those elements, and this is the most disciplined commitment I've ever made. And the cool part for me is I am competitive. I want to win. But I've already got the victory in what I'm accomplishing right now.
Absolutely.
And that's the exciting part about coming to this. I'm excited about meeting because I shared before on the radio part, I have my trainer, and I think that's really important. Anytime you start something new, is that you really seek out quality people. I met with my doctor. I met with my trainer. I'm really excited that I have had really great trainers. And then find a sport that has a really good reputation. John has a great reputation in what he brings to the plate, and this organization does. So those elements also help. And then I have 2 amazing women who have just supported me. They're both competing.
Right.
Kayla has been a great asset.
That accountability and
it's
support.
Fabulous. And then Charity has also been an asset, and this is her first time competing. So my meltdown was texting them this morning going, I'm having a meltdown. I'm not losing. This is what's happening. And then I looked at my journal of my food, and I went, oh, gosh, I cheated. They get it.
Right.
And as I was sharing before we came on, John gets it.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's really understanding that part that I'm not alone. But man, is it exhausting.
It's a war.
That's why that fits.
It's a war. It's an all-out war. And again, it's coming back to, and I heard you say, you're doing something that's requiring more discipline than anything you've ever done in your life.
Yeah.
And I tell you guys all the time that if you want to be successful, do something hard.
Yeah.
Because once you realize what you can do, then all of a sudden you go, oh my gosh, if I can do that, if you can do this, Becky, there is nothing you can't do, right?
Absolutely.
You can live a lifetime of a bodybuilding status where you are physically fit, where you are disciplined, and I'm speaking to you on this, John, then you can be in the top 100 mortgage brokers in the world.
It all carries over.
It all carries over.
Right.
And that's what this show is about, okay? Yes. Hey, if it's motivating you to get signed up and to do this competition next year, that's fantastic in itself.
Absolutely.
But more importantly, it's about motivating you to do something hard, to step outside of your comfort zone. And I said 55 and fabulous for a purpose, not to focus on the 55. That's young. That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
But it's that your age is a number. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Absolutely. It's the why. And one of the things that I throw out to is really understanding my why. A few years ago, I lost both my parents to cancer. And so that's my why. Understanding the family members, a cousin who was 1 year younger than 1 year older than I, passed of lung cancer. Her brother now has cancer. A very, very good friend of mine, Shelley, has metastatic breast cancer. These are my reasons why. So when I say fabulous, I want to live happy. My strength, my faith comes into play, is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that's my personal part. But each of us has a reason, and it's not age. It's finding that why. And I love, for example, through the I've Decided, and we talked about this before, you have the run that's coming up.
Yeah, we just had our first training last night.
Awesome.
So there's a lot of people who
elements
made a
that are
commitment.
that. I was sharing with John, meeting somebody who's 72 who has been doing this. There are people, when I first started out at the gym, I came in with my little 8-pound weights thinking, look at me go. And there's a gentleman, Shane, that I work out with who has a 90-pound weight.
Right.
But we sit and do it together. And when I sat and my trainer, Mark, put me on the leg press at 200 pounds and he kept adding more and he said, we've got you up to 250. I did put that on Facebook because that was my success for the day.
That's amazing.
But this is a journey.
Right.
It's not the destination. Just like he will be in the top 100, and this will be the next level for me. This is not my first competition.
It's just the beginning.
It is.
Oh, and the beginning of a million things that you're going to accomplish too, because everything else is going to be easy compared to this.
I hope
and so John, I want to talk a little bit. I just want to say thank you, first of all, because you've been a supporter of I've Decided now for a few years.
Right, absolutely.
And, that's what we're made up of. We're made up of businesses like John who care. Who truly care about your success and who want to be a part of an organization that helps you achieve your goals and dreams. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support. It helps us to be able to do what we need to do in the community to help people achieve their goals and dreams. So first and foremost, thank you.
My pleasure.
And then secondly, of course, obviously, if you're buying a home and you need a mortgage, call John. That's important. But you do things that you're very passionate about as well, like the Heart of American Natural Classic.
Right.
And that's coming up May the 4th.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that experience, and if somebody buys tickets to that, what they can expect and support this, and obviously supporting folks like Becky who have making their dreams come true.
The reason that I'm so passionate about it is I started this, I myself was a competitor in the 90s. And it was really difficult to find shows that were drug tested. So you would train really hard and prep for a show, and you'd get on stage, and a lot of the people were using steroids.
Wow. And so you can't compete with that.
Can't compete. No matter how hard you work at it, you're at a big disadvantage. So I searched out and found an organization that drug tested, both through polygraph and urinalysis. And I began to realize that the athletes like Becky needed a venue to be able to compete with their peers who were also what we call natural, not using steroids. So I just jumped in with both feet because it was what I was looking for as a competitor. I stopped competing about 10 years ago, but I could still go ahead and provide a venue for these guys to have a great place to be on a level playing field.
Right.
And I just pour my heart and soul into it. It is all about the athlete for the weekend. It's about making it a great experience for them.
Yeah.
We have a great after party for them with free food and a DJ. We throw out prizes all night to the audience. There's great awards.
I can't
there
wait
will
to
be
see.
12 or 13 vendors that you can visit while you're there to go ahead and learn about supplements. So there'll be workout clothing. There's some chiropractic care. So I try to revolve it all around health.
Right.
But it's really all about the athlete and making this just a great experience for Becky. And so she's victorious already because she's competing. She's already won.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where she
signed
places.
up, you did it. It's
Right.
2 weeks away. You've done it, baby.
99% of the people in the audience would wish that they looked like you did. And you have to remember that, and that if it was that easy, I would have 500 people in my show.
my gosh.
I have
Right.
80 or 90, which is still really
Right.
good.
Oh
but
my
it's not
gosh.
easy, and the journey that she's on is very difficult.
Right.
And you are hungry, and you're tired,
Oh, I
and
can only imagine how hungry.
you dream about pizza and French fries.
Oh,
and
God.
it's,
I really, and I think,
Yeah.
I think that's why I was so impressed when I just saw Becky's post on Facebook that said she was
I know that,
doing.
yeah.
And I'm like, are you for real? And then I know the work, and I mean, I work in the industry.
right.
Yeah.
You know, I know how hard it is just to maintain a regular, normal weight,
Right.
much less get the physique that you need in order to compete.
You know,
I mean,
it's a sport like no other. I mean, we're telling people to give up all the food that you love, do your cardio, go to the tanning booth, practice your posing, show up at the gym, and then, by the way,
5:30 in the morning.
then we're going to put you in a tiny little suit on stage
With heels.
with heels and let people judge your body.
Correct.
That is not easy.
No.
And so what I tell everybody is all the skills that Becky's doing, discipline, focus, goal setting, visualization, showing up, asking others how they did it, that's what you do in your business world. That's
Right.
how I
Correct.
became successful in the mortgage business.
Right.
That's how you're going to be successful in your personal relationships. That's how
Right.
you're going to be successful for your children. Is you've shown them by example of what it's like to go through this journey with of dedication, and it just carries over to every aspect of your life. Whether you ever do another show or not, you've already won.
One. Yeah. I think the learning lesson for me is not only the working out part, the eating part, and the discipline with that. I think seeing that show, and for people who might not be wanting to say, okay, I don't want to go through this commitment. We all make commitments. I have cheered so many friends on who are triathletes or who do marathons or who are cyclists. And I say, okay, wow, that's really great. I think understanding this part of the discipline when you're up on that stage, of how you have to breathe and stand in a pose for maybe up to 2 minutes where the judges are looking at you.
And smiling the whole
And
time.
smiling and
though.
make it look effortless.
Right.
That's the part I'm still learning right now
Right.
because obviously I haven't done that. But listening to my training coaches who are posing coaches and listening to Kayla who's gone through this, can you speak a little bit, John, about that, of how that is and what the excitement backstage must be like, and then just what it is for the
Yes.
participants?
The euphoria that you feel, I try to tell people who haven't competed before, you can't imagine the high you're going to be on when you're on stage.
Okay.
As scared as you are, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, am I really going to do this? Once you get on stage, your adrenaline kicks in.
Right.
You don't want to get off the stage. It is
wow.
such a cool
Okay.
feeling.
Okay.
And when you're off stage and your class is over, you can't wait to get back on stage. And it's really hard to describe until you experience it. It's an incredible adrenaline.
Wow.
And you will be on such a high, and you'll have so much fun, and you'll be so proud of what you've accomplished for yourself.
Sure.
No matter what anybody else in your class does, it's about you and being the best that you can be, and cherishing the work that you put into it and the achievement that you made.
Well, I want to go just on record right now in front of the audience, and while I have you to say thank you. Thank you for putting this on. Thank you for the passion of making it pure and healthy, because I think that's something that we don't realize, because there are people who are putting steroids in. And for my commitment of wanting to do this just because so many people are unhealthy, the one element where I made the commitment to do it, he was my boyfriend at the time, Michael, found out he had stage 4 prostate cancer, which is what took my father. So for me, it was that next edge in that I've gone through all of these people who had cancer, but I also know we have to take care of ourselves. And I had made this commitment 4 years ago. This was just really put it over the top. So this has been a great element for me really to take care of me. And then being known in the community as I would share with people I was doing it. You're doing what?
We're kind of our own weird cult.
I know,
People
right?
don't
Well,
quite
you're
understand
victorious.
us.
And you're walking in victory, both of you, and I just appreciate that so much. It's inspiring for me. Becky, thanks for being here and sharing your story.
Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled. Thank
John,
you.
thank you for being
My
here.
pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've been inspired to take a leap of faith. Do something. You know, what is it that you have in your heart that you've been thinking that you want to do? Make that decision. Go for it. And I'd love to share with you some principles of living a victorious life. So if you send me an email at kim@ivedecided.org, just shoot me a quick email, kim@ivedecided.org, and I'll send you a PDF file on some principles in living a life victorious. So enjoy the rest of your sunny day. Enjoy your day, guys. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Such a cool story. Love cool stories.
PeoriaLife.com